Now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Good morning. Welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I am Greg Rosander, your host with Palin Music Center, and it's a beautiful Thursday morning here in Springfield, Missouri at the Palin Music Studios. It is great to see you. I'm happy to be here. I hope you're happy to be here as well. Thank you for being here. Who am I? Why am I here? For those of you who are new to the show, I know we've got some regular viewers now, which is great, and I love you guys, and thank you for being here. But for those of you new to the show, you've never seen this before, you don't know why we're here or what we're doing, I'll quickly explain it for you. I'm here every weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Time, right here on our Palin Music Band and Orchestra YouTube channel, to share the internet's coolest instruments with you. And we've got a really special treat for you today. We've got some instruments you have not seen on this show before, I can promise you that. So stay tuned for that. So that's why we're here, really to show you the coolest instruments on the planet and to let you know that those are available for you to purchase right now on our website at palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. And so that's why we're here. That's what we're doing. And then, you know, the bonus is you get to learn a little bit more about me and the things that I like and I'm interested in. And we get to share life together. You know, I'm sharing music with you. I'll share, I share movies. I share just whatever, just whatever pops into my head for the day. So it's kind of a get to know me and me getting to know you. And getting to know you is a lot easier when you participate in the online chat that we have going on right now on this show. It's a live stream, so everything's happening live while we're doing it, and I can see your questions, your comments. I can give you a shout out and let you know that we're watching you as you're watching us. So let's have some fun with it. Keep your comments, of course, appropriate and professional and all that. We don't want to have to block you or anything, So let's keep it cool. Let's have some fun. Here's what I need you to do for me in addition to the chat. You've got all those social media things you got to do. You got to hit the like button. Let us know that you're liking the show and give us a thumbs up for sure. And then hit that share button. If you like the show, share it with your friends, family, relatives, coworkers, anybody and everybody you know out there. Share it, because that gets us a broader audience, and then those people can like it, and then they can tell their friends, and then we just grow and grow and grow. As you know, if you've been watching, we're kind of hitting some international markets as well. We've had folks from Brazil watching, and Australia, and Japan, I think, and we think somewhere in the Middle East. They didn't specifically tell us, and the language was not anything that we were able to translate into something that we understood. So, but if you're replying in a foreign language, let us know so we can translate it, and hopefully we can communicate internationally. It would be awesome. The like button, the share button, and then biggest of all, hit the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the more content we can provide, the better content that we can provide. And so it's all a lot of fun. And then I think there's the bell icon too if you want to get notifications about upcoming episodes or other shows and content that we have for you on this Palin Music Band and Orchestra YouTube channel. Hopefully soon, I don't know that we've quite figured it out yet, but we may be joining forces with YouTube and Facebook at the same time to broaden our audience spectrum there, so stay tuned for that. And then also, stay tuned not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, April 27th, Saturday, April 27th, we are having a really special event here in our Springfield store called Cars and Guitars. If you're a classic car, hot rod fan, any kind of car really, we'll have a big car show going on. We're going to have live music, food trucks, just all kinds of great fun stuff at the store. And we'll be doing a special live stream from that event with my buddy Nate from Chords and Coffee. So mark that on your calendar. Stay tuned. It's going to be a great time. So I think that's all the news and business stuff to get out of the way. So let's dig into some really cool instruments for you. But before we do any of that, of course, we can't leave out my good buddy Jordan. Let's give him a hi and a good morning. Hi, Jordan.
Good morning, Greg.
How you doing, friend?
I'm doing well, enjoying the warmer weather.
I know, right? Man, well, it's been hot. Well, I wouldn't say hot in the grand scheme of things. It's been in the mid-80s
We
for
gotta
the past couple
adjust.
days. But what's hot is that in our warehouse offices, we don't have air conditioning, folks, and we are sweating.
Oh, you don't have it back there either?
No, we don't have AC back there. So hopefully, you guys, help us out. Like, tell us we need to get some air conditioning. Talk to my boss. Just kidding.
We have some
but-
giant fans.
Yeah, we do have some giant fans. We got some
It might be a
huge-
little noisy.
I'm moving a lot. Yeah, it makes it a little bit noisy, but anyway, we'll get some air going on. We can handle it. We did last year. We had our air conditioner stolen. That was a lot of fun. All right, so enough about the air conditioners and the heat and all that. It's going to get hotter because it does. We're barely into spring and summer's coming,
Yep.
and then fall is coming, and then winter's coming.
Yeah. That is true.
It's a beautiful circle, folks. We keep going round and round like a record, baby. Right round, round, round. Okay. So good morning to you, my friend.
Good morning. Well, your shirt reminds me of all the seasons, I will say.
It does. It's got all of them in there, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why don't you take a minute to talk to us about that shirt and your watch?
And the watch. Okay, we'll do that. You guys though that have been watching the show, Daniel Cremieux, you know this guy. He's my favorite. This shirt it's kind of hard to see from a distance, but you get up on it. It's probably the most intricately designed shirt I have. I mean, there's a lot going on, but it's really small paisley, and we got every color of the rainbow on here, guys. It's just super cool. We got the bright colors of summer, we've got the dark colors of winter, and everything in between, fall and spring. So yeah, this is my Four Seasons shirt, let's call it that, by Daniel Cremieux. Check him out. I know available here in at Dillard's here in Missouri. I don't know where else, probably, what's your Macy's or all those other stores out there in the world, but you can find it. Look them up online. They'll tell you where to buy them. All right. So, and then the watch, I like to share the watches because there's a lot of watch fiends out there that enjoy a good watch, as I do. And this one is no exception. I've shared this one before. My watch collection is barely starting to grow, but you've seen this one. This is my Timex Marlin vintage Marlin. This is a mechanical watch, which means you have to wind it up, so no batteries or anything. I kind of prefer that, honestly, because you never have to put a battery in it. But it's got this really cool green dial with the gold case, and then this kind of alligator skin looking leather band there. So one of my all-time favorites. I absolutely love this watch. Classic style, vintage look. You know about me. I love vintagey things, so we'll be talking more about that later in this episode. And I have my Hawaiian coffee once again.
Once again.
A little note about coffee, which I kind of knew, but I had it reaffirmed yesterday. You know the different roasts on coffee? You can get a light roast, a medium roast, a dark roast. Well, it turns out that the lighter the roast, the more caffeine the coffee has. You would think it would be opposite. You'd think like the dark roast, because it's got all the rich, chewy bits in it. You would think that would have more caffeine in it. But I guess the roasting process actually takes the caffeine away, interestingly enough. So a light roast is going to be more caffeinated. It'll wake you up better. And a dark roast, that's just there for the flavor and the yummy. So, but they're all good. And this is my Hawaiian coffee that I've been drinking lately that I absolutely love. And this one is like a medium roast today. So not quite the superpower caffeine, but it's great. So that's enough about coffee. All right. So we talked about the shirt, the watch, the coffee. I mean, we're talking about everything. Let's dig into some cool instruments for you. Shall we?
We shall.
We shall. You know what we're doing here, guys? We're putting on the fancy white gloves.
And why is that?
I know you love that. Because we don't want to make these instruments all fingerprinty. We want to keep them nice and pretty for you so that when you buy it today by calling 417-882-7006 or hitting the Buy Now button on our website at palinmusic.com, you can get a pretty new horn. All right. First up, little guy. What do you think that is? I mean, it's a flute. I'm just going to tell you straight up. Selmer is the brand. from the Con Selmer Company. This is an intermediate level flute, but it's really nice. And I'll show you. It's got the plush French style case with the the fleece lined interior of the case cover, external pocket on the case cover to hold your cleaning rods and all that kind of stuff. And then classic hard shell French style case. No handles or anything on that. That's where the case cover comes in. But let's crack this puppy open. I should have assembled it first, but I'll go ahead and do that now. It's pretty easy to do. Get that tarnish strip out of there. So, putting a flute together, it's not hard. It's only 3 pieces. You got the foot joint that goes on there, and you line that up. And then you got the head joint that goes on there, and you line that up. And then, ta-da! We have a beautiful flute. All right, so what do we have here, folks? This is the Selmer SFL for Selmer Flute. And this is the model 511-BO. All right, so what do all those numbers and bells and whistles mean? This is, like I said, an intermediate model flute, for the advancing middle school or high school player that needs to take it to that next level, something that you can use in college and beyond. Yes, I'll show you the details. We've got all the inscription here. Flutes generally don't have a lot of engraving or decoration because they're just kind of pretty as they are. But the specs on this one, we have a solid sterling silver head joint. So that sterling silver gives you a much richer, purer tone than just your silver plated instruments. And then the body and foot joint on this are the German nickel silver with the bright silver plating. And then a key work, we have the French style open hole keys, which we've got the plugs in the holes here. And if you've watched the show, we've talked about the purpose of the open holes before. Allows you better intonation, allows you different fingering techniques like half holes and different things like that, which really expand the versatility of the instrument. All right, and then we have the key alignment. We have the offset G. See how the G key kind of steps down there? So we've got the offset G there, a little bit more comfortable, especially for smaller hands. We have the French style pointed key arms, which gives you a nice, first of all, it looks great, but it also gives, it's functional as well, gives you the nice solid level of the keypad, key cup, let's say. And then what else? We've got the extended B foot. So we have the third key down here, which extends the range of the flute. We've got a gizmo key there on the foot joint. And I think that's it for all of the primary features. Italian Pisoni double skin pads on this flute, which give you a really tight seal. So yeah, I think that's I think I've hit all the high points on that. So this is the Selmer SFL 511-BO for B foot open hole. All right. So check this out on the website right now, palinmusic.com, or give us a shout at 417-882-7006. And hey, guys, we've got the live chat going on. Is anybody out there? Let me know if you're watching. Give me a fine hello. And while you're doing that, let me know where you're watching from. Where are you in the world? As I stated earlier, we've been getting some international viewers lately, which has been awesome. And but, you know, we love our at-home folks as well. So if you're right here in Missouri or any of our other locations where we've got our stores, you know, we got Kansas City, we got St. Louis, we got Tulsa, and Broken Arrow, Oklahoma City. We're down in Arkansas. We're all over the place, guys. So let us know where you're watching from. Love to chat with you. So yeah, that's horn number 1. And excuse me. And so let's dig into some more cool instruments. I'm going to slide my chair up here a little bit, get more comfy. There we go. All right.
All right. Well, I'll get the second instrument ready.
Yeah.
And do you have music to share with us today?
I do have music to share with you today. And this one is a shout out to my little brother Mark, a.k.a. Chaka, you know, from the land of the lost, the little furry guy. That's my brother's nickname. So He's a lot of fun. I had an intention of sharing a different song today, but he gave me texted me last night and told me how much he loved the show, and he gave me a suggestion for an artist, and I was like, I haven't talked about that artist yet, so that's a good one. So we're going to do it. But I'm not going to do a song that you would expect me to do from this particular artist. But I'm going to do one that I absolutely love, and kind of a tribute to my little brother, who is the fish boss. He is a fisherman extraordinaire and loves to fish. So the artist that we are talking about today is Billy Joel, the legendary Billy Joel. Yes, you all know who I'm talking about. He's just legendary, phenomenal musician, amazing songwriter. I don't know the name of the song. I need to check it out, but he wrote a brand new song just this year. First one that he's written and released in, I want to say decades maybe. So he's back at it, creating for us again. But the song that I want to share with you today is called "The Downeaster Alexa" from his album Stormfront from 1989. There's the album Stormfront. The song highlighted in green on my phone there is "The Downeaster Alexa." And Billy Joel is known for, having some socially conscious songs, not like super political, where he's not really taking a stand on one thing or other, but really kind of in support of the blue collar workers out there. He did Allentown, which was about the steel mills in Pennsylvania, and he's done just a ton of others. But this particular one is about the kind of commercial fishermen, East Coast, Downeaster Alexa, talking about Nantucket and all of those areas, and the plight of the fishermen, how they're having to go further out into the ocean to find the fish that they need to catch. He's got a family, children that needs clothes, they need food, and had to sell his house so that he could own his boat, so he could make a living. It's a powerful song, and it's so beautifully written, and it's got a nice driving, beautiful beat to it, and you really can feel the story. You can feel this guy's just doing what he loves, what he's passionate about, what he learned from his father, fishing, and Mark and I can say that we learned that from my father as well. He's a fantastic fisherman as well, and was raised fishing. We used to take fishing trips, family trips up to the Klamath River north in California, and we fished our whole lives. I don't do as much now as I would like, but those boys are out there fishing all the time. My little brother's on the water as often as he can get. So check out this song, guys. Billy Joel, "The Downeaster Alexa." It's a fantastic song. I know you will love it. And of course, listen to everything else Billy Joel's got out there. This is also available on the Essential Billy Joel, the 2-album set, and it's on all the streaming services, I'm sure. But the original is from the album Stormfront from 1989. Billy Joel, "The Downeaster Alexa." Check it out. You'll love it. Tribute to my little brother, Marcus. Marcus, a.k.a. Chaka. Love you, bro. All right. So that's my song for the day, my musical choice. Where are you, folks? Where's the chat? Come on, say hi. I want to interact with you. Let's get some chat going on here. All right. As I stated earlier, I've got something in store for you that is special that you have not seen before on this show. But these are available on our website right now at palinmusic.com. This channel is the Palin Music Band and Orchestra channel. Oh, yeah. And yeah, we sell string instruments too. Not just guitars with strings. We sell violins, violas, cellos, string basses, double basses, uprights, whatever you want to call them. And this is a special violin. This is the Canonici Celestina. This is an upgraded, like intermediate to professional level violin. Let me show you the case first. Really cool, oblong, not really anything adornment on there, but you can put backpack straps on there, the whole deal. And then we'll open the interior. Beautiful interior. Ooh, plush, kind of bronze, golden color there. With the hygrometer, which registers or measures the humidity level within the case. You want to make sure your string wooden instruments are humidified properly so that they don't dry out and crack. or all that. So, but look at this, guys. This is an absolutely beautiful violin. This is the Canonici Celestina. Canonici is our house brand. These are made by the Maple Leaf Company. Beautiful handmade instruments. This is from their Craftsman collection. This one's called the Celestina. And so what do we have here? We have a beautiful European solid spruce top. And then let me turn this around, guys. You've got to see this. This is a one-piece, just stunning curly maple back, also known as flame maple. And like in the light, just look at how that flame pops out. This is solid maple on the back and the ribs as well. A little bit harder to see the flame on the ribs, but it's there and it's beautiful. This is an upgrade, intermediate to professional level for the advancing student. But check this out. The appointments on this are made out of boxwood and they're carved and decorated. Look at that. I mean, just how gorgeous is that? So you've got it on the chin rest there. You've got it on the, there's Daniel. Is it Pezzo? How do you say that, Daniel? Welcome to the show. Where are you watching from, my friend? Thank you for joining the chat. Look at the pegs on there as well. All beautifully hand carved. You can see the flame on the back of the neck and on the scroll as well. This is just a gorgeous instrument, folks. This is the Canonici Celestina. This is a full-size violin. Come in a variety of sizes, of course, but usually when you're stepping up into something like this, you're already at that full size. But this is just beautiful. You need this in your life. I'll be happy to ship this to you today. Max is here, my good buddy Max. Greg, why are you so cool? I can't help it, guys. It's what I do. It's what I am. And also, I'm the most humble guy you've ever known, right? All right. I'll also show you the bow. These all come with really nice bows. This one is no exception. This is a wrapped carbon fiber bow. We've talked about carbon fiber trombones, and now we're talking about carbon fiber violin bows. They're really stable. They're not, they don't interact with the climate, so they're not going to warp on you like a real wood bow can. They don't take as much care and maintenance. They're going to hold up for you, but they're really light, excuse me, really balanced, and they give you great performance. So yeah, carbon fiber bow along with this beautiful violin. This is the Celestina by Canonici, and you need to take this home with you today. It comes with a nice little blanket so you can put it to sleep in the case. All right, that's instrument number 2, 888. Shout out Indonesia. Oh, fantastic. We have gone international once again. Welcome to the show, 888. That's a fun name. I like it. We got it in 3 different versions, spelled out. We've got the number and then like 8, like you ate some food. Very cool. All right, so that's instrument number 2. We've got one more for you to show you here in just a moment. I'm so happy you guys are here joining me on the chat. It makes the show so much more fun. I mean, I'm having fun anyway. I'm going to do this whether you're here or not. But I love that you're here and I love that you're watching. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with your friends. And most of all, thank you for being here. I love you. We're having fun, right?
Coffee. All right.
What's up next, my friend?
Something cool. You got something cool to share with us
I do have
today?
something cool to share with you. I think it's cool. I hope you think it's cool too. Those of you who've been watching this show for a while, we're on episode 44 today. 44? Today's Thursday, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so episode 44. We're closing in on 50. We've got 1,120-ish subscribers. We're really wanting to push that number, so share this with all your friends. Hit the subscribe button so that we want to get to 2,000 by episode 50. I'm not sure we're going to make it, but I believe in you. You can do it. So here's my something cool. I'm just going to hold it up here. For those of you who watch the show, I love things vintage. I love things about the big band era, World War II history. Absolutely love it. This is a movie called Stage Door Canteen. So, why am I showing you this? What's cool about this? So, just a little quick history lesson for you. Back during World War II, when all of our fighting men, soldiers were, here in the States in training at the different bases around the country. They would often, get their Liberty passes where they could go out for the weekend and have some fun. Well, across the country, they set up these, what they called canteens, which was basically like a combination food entertainment venue, a cafeteria, if you will, with live music performances, comedy performances, and so on. But what was great about it is it was provided for the soldiers to go a place that they can go and get a free meal and free entertainment. And we're not talking just your local, goofball entertainment. We're talking about the top of the top, and the people that worked the canteens, that served the food, that, bussed the tables, that did that. They were all famous, like musicians, actors, performers, that were doing it as a, I don't think they were getting paid for it. They were doing it just to support the war effort, to help out the boys, to give them a great experience, something to remember about home and what's great about America as they, get shipped off to sea. And so what we've got on here, actors and performers: Katharine Hepburn, Ralph Bellamy, George Jessel, Tallulah Bankhead, Ray Bolger, the great comedian, dancer, actor, Helen Hayes, phenomenal actress, Count Basie, the big bands: Count Basie, Xavier Cugat, Benny Goodman, Peggy Lee, and then we've got like Edgar Bergen, the ventriloquist comedian, and many, many, many more. And it's just fantastic. The music is phenomenal. The performances are great. The quality of the film is, it's deteriorating over time. I don't know if they've done any like digital restorations of it, but man, it is so much fun. And you just need to check it out. And one of the things that I love about this story, I mean, it's a fictional story that they do in the movie, but it's based on, real events. You've got all the girls there that are dancing with the guys and, just there to entertain them and give them company, give them somebody to talk to, because they're miles and miles away from home, so they may be lonely and whatnot. But in this particular movie, it really emphasizes the allies that we had at the time. For those of you who don't know, in World War II, we were allies with Russia and with China. They were on our side. We were on their side. We fought together to take down the Axis powers and win the war. Now, sadly, as history has moved on, those relationships have changed. We're not necessarily the biggest allies with Russia anymore or with China. But man, wouldn't it be great to get back to that, to where we can, all be, in support of each other. And it's really cool how they support each other in this film. So I can go on and on. I mean, I've had some longer episodes here lately because I just ramble about the stuff that I love. There's other movies similar to this. Another one is called Hollywood Canteen. I highly recommend checking that one out. My brother Mike is chiming in. He just says Greg. Mike, Greg, welcome. Thank you, brother. My Uncle Ken is here. Good morning, Gregory. Uncle Ken, beautiful day in Birmingham, Alabama. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for watching. All right, so I'm gonna finish this off. Stage Door Canteen. You need to watch it. You will love it. It's so much fun. It harkens back to a time of just. It's sweet. Let's call it that. It's sweet. I love it. All right. Enough on that. Let's get back to the final instrument of the day. Let me swig some coffee because I'm drying out here. Indonesia, that is so awesome. I'm just super excited about our international audience. We're going global, folks. I love it. All right, one more. Let me put my fancy gloves back on. If I can find the right finger slots there. Woo!
No fingerprinty.
No fingerprinty. All right. So this is I'm not going to show you the case because it looks exactly like the last one, but we've got another violin for you. And this is a higher level than the previous one. I would certainly put this in that professional category. Now, in the world of violins, professional is kind of a relative term because, as those of you who are in the violin orchestral world know, violins can get really expensive, especially, the really old ones made by the Italian masters. Of course, you all know the legend of the Stradivarius violin, and most modern violins are patterned after the Stradivarius in one form or another. But this one is no exception. But I mean, you can get violins. These violins that I'm showing you today are in that, let's call it $1,500 to $3,000 range. But you can spend, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 on a violin, something really high end and vintage, made by a master. Of course, a true original 300-year-old Stradivarius is going to be in the millions of dollars. So you just never know. But so yeah, the string world is a little bit crazy in that regard. But we have here the Canonici Royal, we call this one. So this is from the Artisan collection, and the Artisan collection, again, made by Maple Leaf Strings, based on, each one is kind of patterned after a different, Italian master from back in the day. We seem to love Italy here,
Yeah, we do.
Everything, you get Italian saxophones, Italian violins. But look at this one, guys. This one is just super beautiful. This is again a solid European spruce top, and then we have just stunning curly flamed maple. Look at the flame on that. My gosh. And the finish on these, it's kind of a blended spirit and oil varnish, and they give it kind of that antique violin feel. You can see the difference in shades there. In the guitar world, we kind of call that relict. So taking a brand new instrument and making it look like it's like 50, 60 years old, been played to death. That's kind of a trend in modern violin design as well. You get an instrument that looks like it could be 200 years old, but is brand new. So it's just kind of a cool thing. But what do we have on this one? We've got solid ebony appointments with what they call the Parisian eye, which is interesting. So let me get really close on there. You can see the mother of pearl inlay with the gold circle around it, the Parisian eye. Also on the pegs up top, you can see that. But man, look at that. You can see just the gorgeous flame on the scroll as well, all the way on the back of the neck and on the ribs. I mean, this is, in the guitar world, we would call this like a 10 top or a private stock, but in the violin world, it's just called gorgeous. And this is a two-piece back as opposed to the previous model that was a one-piece back. There's really no, pluses or minuses about that. Technically, I guess with a one-piece back, you may get a bit more free vibration resonance with it. With the two-piece back, you've got the seam down the middle, so it may not vibrate quite as freely. But, I mean, really super high-end violins have two-piece or one-piece backs, so it's really kind of just relative. But this is the Canonici Royal violin, available now on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. And and this one also comes with the braided carbon. Oops, sometimes these hairs get all wonky there, but we have the braided. I don't know if you can see the carbon fiber effect on the bow. It's got the Parisian eye on the frog of the bow as well. You can kind of maybe see, and then you've got the silver wrap with the leather grip on there. So yeah, real horsehair. All them little horses gave up their tails so that you could have a good violin bow. But yeah, that's the bow. So check this out on the website right now at palinmusic.com or give me a call, 417-882-7006. Put this back in carefully. Put a little blankie back on. We want to keep it all nice and pretty. Man, these cases are just gorgeous on the inside. Kind of got a two-tone, dark bronzy gold and then a lighter gold. So super pretty. Check them out. Anybody else out there on the chat? Let me know you're watching, where you're watching from. Super excited to have 888 from Indonesia. My Uncle Ken from Alabama. And then Daniel, you didn't tell me where you're watching from. Daniel Pezzo, where are you watching from, my friend? Hope you're still with me. So there we go. That's the three instruments for the day. What else we got left for them, Jordan?
Just a little bit of wisdom.
Just a little bit of wisdom. I like to end the show with sharing some quotes with you about music. And there are plenty of them out there, so I'm not running out by any stretch of the imagination, but I may throw some different kinds of stuff at you from time to time. Who knows? But this quote comes from a young man by the name of Alex Gaskarth, I think is how you say it. He's a British musician in the American band All Time Low. I'm not familiar with the band, but hey, check them out. Who knows? They may be good. And he's the lead vocalist in that group and rhythm guitarist, I believe. But this is what he says about music. I love this quote. He says, "Music is the soundtrack to every good and bad time we will ever have."
Wow, that's good.
Music is the soundtrack to every good and bad time we will ever have. And there is a theme kind of with a lot of these quotes that I've shared, kind of reiterating that same concept of, music is the soundtrack of our lives. You can measure your life by the music that you've listened to, and it'll follow you. I mean, if you love music, of course. If you're not into music, it may not matter to you. But for those of us that have music in our heart and soul, and we listen to it, and we play it, and we perform it, and we share it, you can measure out your days with the music you've listened to, and have a nice record of your life through music. So, I've talked about it. My wife and I have this playlist that we've created, the modern version of a mixtape, if you will, called The Story of Us, where we each contribute songs that have been just special to us throughout our relationship together. So yeah, man, music marks time. It marks your life. It's the soundtrack to your life. So get out there, enjoy some music, folks. Share some music, live music, make some music, and let's have some fun. I really appreciate you being here. I'm so happy to have you. Please come back tomorrow. I will be here once again live at 8:30 a.m. Central Time right here on our Palin Music channel. And if you can't watch live, the recorded show is available for you later in the day, so you can watch it anytime you want in the comfort of your own home. So let's remember, folks, helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.